space where hurdle, hardship, opposition, problem, or issue is the lighter fluid and fire fuel that's guiding the missile to that top position and mission I've been trying to get to, but see, trying is not an option. When your grind is official, please.
What up, y'all? Thank you guys for tuning in to the Spotters. Of course, please like, subscribe, and share this content with everybody. Truly, truly important. I'm here with my brothers. I go by the name of LG.
Shot Stimuli.
Boardwalk Brown.
Yes, sir. So those of you guys that are unfamiliar to the show, we always get together, and especially after a workout, we just chop it up and we try to, get the weight off of us. You know what I mean? If there's anything heavy on our mind or on our hearts, I can build with my brothers, and we can have, some conversations about it to see how we can, better move forward. Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else you guys want to share with the people before we get into this? So just so you guys know, when we come up with these topics, nobody knows what the topic is going to be about. So. Yeah.
We got the person in the middle knows.
Yeah, the person in the middle knows.
Right.
We don't know, and it's exciting, I must say.
Yeah.
Right. For sure. All right, so this is what I propose to you guys, right? I was thinking the other day, and this is kind of a growth question. It's kind of a two-part question. If you look back, I don't know, maybe 5 years, 10 years, 20 years ago, 25 years, what would you say would be the defining moment that shifted your trajectory into where you are now? Number one. Mm-hmm. And number two, what are some things that you're currently working on right now within yourself? So for me, just to give you guys, just to go first and lead by example, I would say choosing my wife would be the monumental reason to where I am today. Because I think in order for us to move forward, we need to have the right partners on us, not behind us, but alongside of us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that we can bounce ideas off of them, we can get some of our frustrations off. Just by sharing that frustrating day or that frustrating moment you might have had, just to have somebody bring you back down to earth, I think is super important.
Yeah.
And one thing, and I can go into further detail about that, but that's just to let you guys know what it is. And one thing that I'm working on is a bunch of stuff that I'm working on, but number one is I want to be a better listener. I think a lot of times when we're having conversations with each other or with anyone, we tend to wait so that we can hurry up and respond, as opposed to really truly listening to where that person is coming from, trying to understand it from their perspective, and it's a skill. You know what I mean? It's a skill that's we should always be trying to build up better habits. And I'd say secondly, the other one that I'm working on now is to try to find a way, a good happy medium, for me to communicate with my kids that are teenagers now, right? So I always have the open door policy with them. They come to speak to me about anything in the world, but then trying to find the balance with being the cool ass uncle or older brother with being a parent that has to, be stern at times.
Yeah.
So that's a constant battle. I'm always trying to fix that about myself, and always just trying to learn. Which is why, I asked you about your experiences with the kids, and I asked you with your experiences with the kids, and just so we can build and try to build with each other and try to get as many different influences as possible.
True.
So I'll put that question out there. What is something that you think might have shaped you over the last 10, 20, 30 years that really put you on the right trajectory? And had that thing not have happened, you don't know where you might necessarily would be right now.
Wow.
Sorry, it's a little deeper, but
No, that's
I think it's important for us to talk about these deeper conversations, because a lot of times we just live with it, and we don't never necessarily express it. And sometimes in expressing it, just saying it out loud makes you reflect and go, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah. You got
I guess for me, it would have to be moving to Atlanta. Making that move, it was a move based on, I felt like this is just where I was supposed to be. I felt like this is a better space in terms of at that stage I was at. I felt like I was, 28? I was like, okay, now I'm moving towards family, trying to, build something. And I moved here with no job. No job, with about $8,000 saved. Like, okay, if I can't find nothing within this $8,000, I found a spot to rent that was $595 out in Decatur, Georgia. Right on Flat Shoals Road. This was $595, and I was here it took me 4 months to find a job. Found a job at CNN, and like the funny thing is, like for all the years that I've worked here, in the city of Atlanta. All of my jobs have been downtown. I have no idea how that shit has happened. I've never had to travel anywhere outside of downtown Atlanta, but yeah, making that move here for me was transitional in that I know remaining in Coney Island is like there's a ceiling to what I can do. Not only just, you know, as far as growing as a person, you know, just really not, you know, expanding your horizons and seeing different shit, but just in terms of my living situation, I can't own nothing. I gotta rent. I can't do so much. Like there's only so much that you can do still staying in New York outside of when you get here, you can do a lot more. So
let me ask you this. Sorry to cut you off. Let me ask you
go
this. So in terms of, because the kids would say YOLO, right? So I don't know, was that a move that you made on some fuck it, you only live once, let me just try it? Or was it a move that's saying, okay, I'm gonna get here, I'm gonna plant my seeds here, I'm gonna grow, I'm gonna stay here, I'm gonna ultimately become a homeowner? And like, what was your thought process then?
The plan was, I'm not the move every 3-4 years type of person. You know, there's people out there that do that. Like they get bored somewhere and then they want to move somewhere else. The plan was to be here. The fact that I spent summers here as a kid, not necessarily in Atlanta, but I was in Athens often, you know, with my grandmother's family and shit like that. So being here, then my brother moving here maybe like 5-6 years before me, coming down here visiting, seeing it was like seeing a vision into what it could be. I was like, okay.
The good big brother. Shout to Vaughn.
Big brother Almighty.
Big brother Almighty.
But yeah, just seeing what it could be. And like, okay, I know that this is not something that's attainable where I am. But at the same time, I can't wait until, oh, nah, I got to get a job first. I got to do that. At the time, I had some bread. I was like, you know what? Make the leap. And I knew the field that I was in was a highly sought after field, so I wasn't too worried about that. And yeah, it only took me 4 months, and I'm still here to this day, 20 years later, still here.
Wow.
So I would say that was probably the most pivotal moment and or decision I've made. Things I'm working on, trying to be less of a procrastinator. I have a saying that I have on my vision board that says, procrastination breeds mediocrity. Because just because you can do it doesn't mean you should wait until the last minute to do it. I do a lot of that where I have the skill and or the talent to do something, but I'll wait until it's the 11th hour or the 25th hour when I absolutely have to get it done. So looking at my vision board every day and like really kind of taking hold to that statement that procrastination breeds mediocrity, because it does. And it makes it seem like just because you know it's something that comes easy to you doesn't mean everybody else does because you wait till the last minute to get it to them. If you keep firing it back as fast as you can, then it's like, oh, he really knows. You know what I mean? So just because that changes perception and all of that.
You know what's crazy? Just saying it out loud, it sounds ridiculous, but there was a part of me that every time this is when we were doing in-person auditions for movies and television shows, and all of the audition offices, 99% of them in Manhattan. So I would always, in the beginning, I would always try to make myself a little later. Just for the rush of, it sounds fucking insane saying it out loud.
It's a subconscious thing people do.
And it's funny, it would trick me out of not remembering my lines or messing up, but I'd be so concerned with making sure I get there right on time that I'm not caring about.
It's like overthinking.
Right, I'm not overthinking at all. So I walk in the room and I'm just doing my shit. You know what I'm saying? But then I realize, okay, if I got there 10 minutes earlier, I'd be able to just chill out and relax.
It's a different mindset.
You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting you say that.
So that would be one thing. And kind of another one, like kind of to your point, just trying to be a better listener as a parent, especially as a parent of adult children, like having a 21-year-old, a soon to be 20-year-old and an 18-year-old, like to soon have 3 kids in college is insane in itself. But just trying to be less of a, oh, nah, you can't do that. Like you're an adult now.
Right.
It's more guidance and direction than it is correction or nah, don't do that. Like, you know, instead of, it's more like listening and being like, okay, well, this may not be a good idea because of this, but I'll let you make that decision. I'm just giving you my input. So just trying to get more to that stage of parenting where they're at this age where they technically have to make their own decisions. Like they can all decide that at any point I can call up to their school and I can't find out no information because it's FERPA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They could be like, oh yeah, don't tell him shit. So I could be like, yeah, I want to find out what's going on. They could be like, oh yeah, well, your student doesn't want you to know, so you got to ask them.
Let me ask you this. So how do you, and I don't know if it's happened for you yet, but in terms of, like, you know, you have one that just came home from college on break. If they had a curfew prior to going away to college, now they're at college, they get to go and come as they please. What is that transition like?
And that's the thing. Like, so
You remember?
listen, you remember. And that's what I had to think. Like, that's what I had to draw on. Like, I knew what it was like coming home sophomore, junior year. You like, man, I was outside. You trying to tell me I got to be in? I said, what time?
The curfew day.
So, yeah, curfew day. We'll argue about it, but curfew day. So, I had to kind of tap into that because there was times, like, since she's been home, go out, hang out with her friends, coming in 4:30. I'm like, ugh.
I ain't ready for that.
Yeah, and I'm like, but the thing is, she's very responsive. Like, she'll text, hey, we're leaving here. Oh, we're going here. Oh, I'm on my way. So, like, because it's periodic updates, it's not just I'm out and I see you when I see you. That kind of eases the transition. But yeah, 4:30. I'm like, ooh.
I've caught myself telling the boys one time when they went bowling or something. I'm like, hey, you know nothing good happened outside after midnight, right? I had to catch myself.
Listen, like, that
is
like
real, though.
Grandpa's joke.
That's real.
Yeah. So
That's what's up.
yeah,
That's what's up.
those are my two things that I'm working on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, sir?
I mean, 20 some odd years ago, same things, man. Like, cooking with my wife at the Brooklyn Tech High School reunion was one of the greatest things ever. Moving here, which I did a little later, but just to speak to something different that I can remember that kind of shaped me was dealing with a woman that had a child. And, you know, I come from a blended family, you have a blended family, we have those, we know them.
Right.
My wife came from one. I had to kind of make a decision if that was something that was in the cards for me. And when I dealt with this woman, I loved the little girl. You know, knew the woman from like middle school, and you know, we had got back together for like maybe the third iteration. So felt comfortable, right? The girl was 4. Spent a lot of time with her. She came through, met my mom. You know, it was feeling great. Like Christmas, I was there opening presents and all the things. And at some point, I remember the little girl had went to stay with her dad's family for the weekend, right? And it wasn't an incident, but I realized that I was powerless in that situation. And I was like, yo, this is 4 families that you have to deal with. There's the mother's family, there's my family, there's the family of the dude that made the kid, and then if that dude decides to get with somebody, now it's another family that gets involved. And I was like, that's 4 families that could possibly be involved with this child's life. If I were to go that hard, I would have to love this woman in totality. Like, she would have to be my bride. You know what I'm saying? The love would have to be so strong that now we're family. Like, the way you have adopted is family. Ain't no lines are gone, right? I made up my mind in that moment 20 some years ago that if I'm gonna do this with anybody that has a child, I gotta love this person through everything. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't, you know, I loved her a lot. But I basically told her a story about my mom and her boyfriend and their situation and how the guy spoke to me one day and gave me some really solid advice about living with my moms while I was chasing the rap dream. And I just looked at him and I felt a certain way because he hadn't fully committed and moved in. And I was like, I don't want to be that guy that's not all the way there. You know, I knew I wanted to be all in with any situation. So by the time me and my future wife connected, and even when we broke up and I dated a little bit, meeting women with children, it wasn't like, I don't want a girl with children. It was like, this shit gotta be strong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Commit, yeah.
For me to commit, and I knew that about myself. So it was kind of a revelation that I'm glad I had that early.
Yeah. Better early than late.
Yeah, because I wouldn't want to be a trash stepdad. I wouldn't want to have those thoughts about having another kid and feeling like a novice because I'm not changing the diaper right because you already got the knowledge. So now you're looking at me crazy. Now I'm mad at you. Like I went through all of this in my head at 20-something years old. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I would do it if I love this woman that much.
Right.
I will look like an idiot putting powder on, you know what I'm saying, the baby, not knowing what I'm doing because she already been through it. I would do it if I loved her that much. So that was a revelation.
It's interesting that you could have so much insight so many years ago.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like not even to have that foresight to know that, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm in it that for that long. In terms of like my commitment to her, never mind.
Yeah.
Like the kittens come with the cat, you know that, but
Yeah. And it wasn't easy because you could love somebody a lot, you know what I'm saying? But it's a different kind of love, you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's everything, you know. And what I'm working on now, you know, of course, eating better. That's something that I think about just being here for these guys, man. You know what I'm saying?
True.
More, you know, trying to extend the days and the hours on the earth, making sure we get those checkups. Being more thoughtful is another thing. My wife has an instinctive way of thinking about others and just what they might need. It's not instinctive for me. I kind of have to, you know, put some thought into being thoughtful more because as I'm used to having these blinders up and going to get it. You know, as men, we try to like conquer and go get it and make sure we're straight so that everybody else is straight. But sometimes with that thinking, especially chasing the music dream, you kind of get in your own world, in your own bubble. I'm like, I gotta get these podcasts up. I gotta get this script written. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. And you know, sometimes you have to take a break. You know, it's like she's trying to plan a vacation. I'm like, man, I don't care about no vacation. I'm trying to get this bathroom done. But you know, everything.
Memories.
Right.
Yeah, but I also told her that I say, look, you play that part. Don't let me stop you because I'm over here doing this. Keep doing what you're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's
very
important. Yeah, it's not second nature for me. So I want to be better at just, you know, becoming more well-rounded and not just saying I'm like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think we all should be aspiring to learn to be better and just to do, you know what I mean? Do dope shit every day. Like you should always, you know what I mean? There's nothing better than, or nothing worse than rather, somebody being a king at something and knows everything about this, but they don't know how to fucking cook.
Yeah.
Or they don't know how to, you know what I'm saying? Like you should always be trying to
try
build
shit.
it. Look at me putting shit together. I ain't putting shit
Bob the
together.
Builder,
in a apartment.
You putting up ceiling fans.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's another thing that's impressive. You know what I'm saying? Like doing things yourself it feels good.
That's
Yeah.
Blood, sweat, and equity.
That's it, bro.
That's what it is.
Before we get out of here, I know we didn't work out too much today, but I got
What
this.
is this contraption?
This is called a ripstick.
Okay.
So I got this a couple of years ago, actually. So the way it works, you know, I'll be buying stuff online. The way it works is you kind of just pull it apart, and that creates the resistance. And from there, you can feel it. So you don't do that because that'll break it. So you keep it apart, and then you kind of
So you hold it apart for the
hold it apart, and you can do different exercises. Sometimes I put it behind and get the tries, but try to pull it apart.
I don't know.
You said hell no?
Hell no.
So just as far as possible? Or?
Yeah. I go forward, keep it apart. Yeah.
Don't break it.
I broke the baby.
Don't break the
I can
baby.
buy more bands.
So the further you hold it apart, the more resistance?
Yeah. You shake it, it's good.
Contraption. Okay, this is pretty cool.
Try it out, man.
Give it a try. Yeah, try the lazy boy.
Come on, man. Y'all know can't do this kind of shit.
You got it, man.
There's no can. We don't use that word over there, bro.
Shit. Yeah, this is true.
There you go. Yeah.
That's cool. Okay. The muscles popping out. Go ahead, boy. You boy.
Yeah, this is dope, though. This is cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Shout out to Ripstick, man. Cut the check.
Hey.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys, sharing. You know what I mean? It's very important that, again, I can't speak to this enough, but it's so important that we have these conversations, not only with each other, but so that you guys can hear stories. You guys can start, spotters, little spotters universe.
Yeah, Spotterverses. Yeah. Don't take the name, but
Don't take it.
Right. Trademark that tomorrow, son.
Yeah, that's the next one. You gotta add that one too.
Yeah.
But we definitely want you guys to have these conversations, man. And you'd be surprised about what comes out of those sessions with your peoples or anybody that you trust.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it's just therapeutic, just getting it out.
Yeah.
Just getting a different perspective from people. You know what I mean?
And sometimes perspective is all you need, believe it or not. Because sometimes having your own perspective, but not being able to have another perspective to even see it from. And I think in discourse, I think that's what happens. Like you're so used to having your own opinion and not having any dialogue around what different opinions sound like, that you kind of get into this silo where you feel like, oh, nah, it's this. But having these conversations help because it helps you see things from a different angle sometimes. So,
for real.
it's
And I was joking about the name, but I just thought about this. If y'all come up with your own situation similar to this and you don't have the following, hit us up, man. We'll put something on the channel.
It's
you know what
universe,
I'm saying?
man.
Yeah,
This is the universe.
It's the goal is to have it spread. So if you got guys getting together, y'all recording something, and y'all think, oh, we ain't got subscribers. Listen, hit us up.
Let's talk.
Yo, make it happen.
Why not?
You know what I'm saying?
That's what we're here for, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, y'all. Mental health is very important. Remember that.
Yes, sir.
Salute.
Peace.
Start doing, stop trying. Start doing, stop trying. Start doing, stop trying. Please.